yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and tonight's bout with Terence Bud Crawford, if you can.
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
They don't judge, and the old timers didn't either. Fighters chronologically as much as I do by the amount of fights they've had and the amount of punches they've taken. I judge them that way.
Because he definitely has the skill of a top five, just that he hasn't had the opposition that some guys were able to get. And that's not his fault. He just made one of the best fighters in his weight class look like nobody.
Boxing fans are buzzing with a bold claim. Terence Crawford may have surpassed a prime Floyd Mayweather. After dominating Canelo Alvarez by unanimous decision to become undisputed super middleweight champion, Crawford didn't just win, he wowed the world. From switching stances with ease to standing firm under pressure, his mix of skill and strategy was pure brilliance.
Crawford outboxed Canelo, made Canelo miss, stood right in front of him when he was supposed to, he moved when he was supposed to, made it look easy. He beat Canelo Alvarez better than Floyd Money Mayweather, which makes him better than Floyd Money Mayweather, in my opinion.
Veteran promoter Bob Arum even declared that Crawford's ambidextrous and all-around skill set make him one of the only fighters capable of matching or even eclipsing Mayweather at his best.
Canelo wipes the floor with him. I love Crawford. I told you when Crawford and Spence that Crawford would beat the hell out of him, but Canelo is a different proposition. It's an interesting fight, but I think there's only one winner.
What fight
Why
would
do you
make the
feel
most?
he wipes the floor with him?
What?
Is it because of the weight difference?
Because Canelo, Canelo is used to fighting at a particular level, and and I don't think that Terence can hurt Canelo, but Canelo can hurt Terence.
Do you think the welterweight Boots Ennis would stand a chance against Crawford? Or?
I have no idea, but I know that Boots Ennis is a tremendous fighter and a great talent. Whether he'd stand a chance with Crawford, I don't really know, because at 147, Crawford is, I think, unbeatable.
The Mayweather versus Crawford debate exploded when Canelo himself, who has fought both, called Crawford the superior fighter. Fresh off losing to Bud in 2025, Canelo credited Crawford's adaptability, ring IQ, guard switching, and airtight defense as proof he's on another level.
And he say he might be better than Mayweather. I can see it. Crawford got a little bit of Mayweather in him, but he got the offense going on. It's not like all defense, blocking everything, points, you know? Crawford can actually hurt you. He's actually a fighter. He'll fight you. You know, he'll box you, but he'll fight you too. He ain't no joke.
Of course, Floyd Mayweather Jr. carved out an untouchable legacy. 50-0, flawless defense, and dominance across multiple weight classes. His footwork, reflexes, counterpunching, and ability to control the pace made him one of boxing's most elusive champions. He collected 15 world titles in 5 divisions, often against fellow stars at their peak.
Of all the fights, you've had 50. Who would you say was your toughest opponent?
You got guys that punch hard and hit hard, and you got guys that come out and win a few rounds. But nothing really was tough. I've been in a boxing gym, and guys have given me great sparring and great work. They say ass whooping will humble you. I go home and say, you gotta tighten up, champ.
Yeah.
You gotta get it together, champ. And then sometimes I go home and say, is this for me? I make mistakes, but I strive every day to be a perfectionist. And we all know God only made one thing perfect, and that's my boxing ring. You know, I didn't have to have 70 fights, 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
Fine.
Crawford's resume is building its own kind of greatness. Undefeated with more than 18 world titles across 5 divisions, he's the first male fighter to become undisputed in 3. A switch hitter with real knockout power, he's proven he can climb weight classes and still dominate.
taking out big names like Errol Spence Jr. and now Canelo Alvarez.
You know, he was a little frustrated in there, but that's part of the game.
The last question is, I know, Trey, after the fight, have you feel yet the significance of this win and what it means in your legacy and your career?
To be honest, when I set my sights on doing something and I know what I'm capable of, it's not like a surprise to me. It's a surprise to y'all because y'all didn't believe me, you know? But for me, I knew I could do it, and I believed that I could do it. I just needed the opportunity.
Terence, when did you know that you were going to beat him? Over here on your left.
When he signed the contract.
He seemed to focus mostly on body punches, and you were hitting him in the head a lot. Was it your reach that gave you the advantage?
It was everything. You know, he wasn't hitting the body or anything. He was hitting my elbow because I was blocking it. But, you know, I think I was the better man tonight.
His victory over Canelo was a milestone moment. Moving up 2 divisions, Crawford outboxed the Mexican superstar over 12 rounds to take all the belts. Judges scored it close, 116-112, 115-113 twice, but Bud's sharp jabs, slick footwork, and precise counters told the story. Even with a cut above his eye, he never lost control, cementing himself as one of boxing's all-time elite.
To be honest, when I set my sights on doing something and I know what I'm capable of, it's not like a surprise to me. It's a surprise to y'all because y'all didn't believe me, you know? But for me, I knew I could do it, and I believed that I could do it. I just needed the opportunity.
Terence, when did you know that you were going to beat him? Over here on your left.
When he signed the contract.
He seemed to focus mostly on body punches, and you were hitting him in the head a lot. Was it your reach that gave you the advantage?
It was everything. You know, he wasn't hitting the body or anything. He was hitting my elbow because I was blocking it. But, you know, I think I was the better man tonight.
Legend Roy Jones Jr. now places Crawford in the best ever conversation. He highlighted Bud's stance switching, timing, and ring IQ as traits only true greats possess. While admitting Crawford still had a few legacy fights to secure, Jones said his recent performances finally matched the immense talent he's carried all along.
Gotta rank him probably in your top 10, maybe even your top 5.
Where do you rank Terence, in your opinion?
I put him in the top 15, maybe the top 10, because he definitely had the skill of a top 5. Just that he hasn't had the opposition that some guys were able to get. And that's not his fault. He just made one of the best fighters in the weight class look like nobody. That's pretty damn good. Now he proved what we already thought. We just didn't see him against the best opposition near his weight class. See, this is the thing people don't understand. This is what I like about Bud. He reminds me of Roy. We ain't got to have the best opposition in our weight class. We want the best opposition near our weight class.
There's been discussion that maybe, you know, Crawford and Inoue are going back and forth tussling for like pound for pound, that maybe Inoue because of the multiple weight divisions. You're shaking your head no. Tell me why no.
Because Inoue also, when he first moved up, he lost to Donnell. Don't forget that. Bud ain't lost nobody. Moving up or down, he moved up 3 times. He lost nobody. Don't tell me he better than Bud, no.
Keith Thurman also praised Crawford, calling his win a boxing clinic. He broke down how Bud's jab, footwork, and ring control neutralized Canelo's usual power and pressure. Thurman admitted he doubted Crawford moving up in weight, but Bud's composure and speed proved him wrong. In his eyes, Canelo was outboxed from start to finish.
What's up, people? It's the morning after the big fight. Crawford Canelo. Shout outs to Crawford. You did it, boy. You did it. For those who still aren't quite sure what they witnessed last night, I'm gonna let you know that you witnessed what is called a notorious boxing clinic. This is everything done right, okay? First, you work behind the jab, people. Boxing 101, set your shots up behind the jab. Canelo froze up. He was able to minimize the pressure. Step 2, use the ring. Use the ring. Get to the outside. Make Canelo pivot. Make him pivot. Don't let his feet settle. Okay? Pick your spots. This was a notorious hit and don't get hit. That's boxing 101, people. It's actually the definition of boxing. For those who don't know the definition of boxing, it's to hit and not get hit. It's almost like a game of tag, to simplify it for you folks. All right? And yes, Crawford was tagging him. Not just with the jab, moving, but he was able to do another key factor, which is get respect in the ring. He was able to hold his ground in pockets, work the body, go toe-to-toe, and catch him with that speed. Bah! With that speed, the straight left, the little uppercuts and the hooks to the body. Like I said, people, it was a clinic.
Fernando Vargas confessed he underestimated Crawford. He was stunned by Bud's execution, praising his flawless control and sharp accuracy. Vargas still respected Canelo's danger, but admitted Crawford was simply better that night, owning up to his misjudgment with humility and admiration.
What's up, people? It's the morning after the big fight. Crawford Canelo. Shout outs to Crawford. You did it, boy. You did it. For those who still aren't quite sure what they witnessed last night, I'm gonna let you know that you witnessed what is called a notorious boxing clinic. This is everything done right, okay? First, he worked behind the jab, people. Boxing 101, set your shots up behind the jab. Canelo froze up. He was able to minimize the pressure. Step 2, use the ring. Use the ring. Get to the outside. Make Canelo pivot. Make him pivot. Don't let his feet settle. Okay? Pick your spots. This was a notorious hit and don't get hit. That's boxing 101, people. It's actually the definition of boxing. For those who don't know the definition of boxing, it's to hit and not get hit. It's almost like a game of tag, to simplify it for you folks. All right? And yes, Crawford was tagging him. Not just with the jab, moving, but he was able to do another key factor, which is get respect in the ring. He was able to hold his ground in pockets, work the body, go toe-to-toe, and catch him with that speed. Bah! With that speed, the straight left, the little uppercuts and the hooks to the body. Like I said, people, it was a clinic.
Fernando Vargas Jr. gave a different perspective, pointing out that Canelo's long career, nearly 70 pro fights, has taken a toll. The wear and tear, he argued, has dulled Canelo's explosiveness. While still an elite name, Vargas Jr. believes age and mileage have chipped away at the fire that once made Canelo untouchable.
The weight was going to be too much. It definitely wasn't. Yeah, it definitely wasn't. I ate my words up, you know what I mean? But creo que esto.
¿No esta foto? Hace como 2 años.
Good. I was like, oh, I have a you want right there? I'll give you a copy. All right, Carlos.
Excuse us.
Yeah. So, what was the goal?
What do you think happens next for both Canelo and Crawford?
I think that, man.
You got it.
Bud, I always knew that Bud was a great fighter. He can work both guards, orthodox and southpaw. Amazing talent.
Commentator Al Bernstein broke down another key to Crawford's greatness, his unpredictability. Unlike most fighters, Bud doesn't stick to one style. He constantly adjusts, making it impossible to read. Against a counterpuncher like Canelo, that adaptability was crucial, leaving him vulnerable to shots he didn't see coming.
most fans or most people would probably say Crawford, I'm guessing, because that's a big part of how he's won, and everybody feels that he, and rightfully so, that the way he's figured out, I mean, he's constantly changing from lefty to righty. He's a person that alters his attack. Sometimes he's a boxer, sometimes he's walking people down. Canelo's style is more the same in most fights. He is a counterpuncher who's waiting for you to make your move so he can counterpunch you. Then when he has you in trouble, he's willing to move forward. His attack is a pretty straightforward one. On the face of it, you might say Crawford, but I think the thing about Canelo Alvarez is that he has seen every style that you could see.
Trainer Teddy Atlas echoed that praise, emphasizing Crawford's rare mental gifts. He pointed out Bud's instincts, timing, and ability to read opponents as traits stats don't fully capture. Atlas admires how Crawford embraced challenges across divisions without hesitation, proving not just skill, but fearlessness and heart.
He passes the eye test. Everyone he's been in there, he's won convincingly. I know with the Matrimore fight, people want him to win big. It was his first time stepping up in weight to 154, and it was a guy with 300 amateur fights, only had 10 pro fights, but he had 300 amateur fights, you know, with the best international fighters in the world. And he had a very deliberate style, a very distinct style, a very awkward style in its own way. So people don't look at that. They don't look at the things, obviously, that I'm looking at, being a trainer, being in the business of boxing my whole life, 50 years of it.
Jeff Mayweather, Floyd's uncle, responded to Canelo's claim that Crawford is better. He suggested Canelo may have hyped Crawford to make his loss look bigger. While Jeff admitted Bud has high-level intelligence, he argued no one matches Floyd's defensive genius. In his view, Floyd's track record still stands on its own.
We got, Crawford. Do you think he stays there 168? Does he go down to 160 and try to get another weight class? I'll start with him first. What's his next move? He said he doesn't want to rematch with Canelo, but I think that'd be on the table. That's going to be a ton of money, obviously.
I think that the Canelo fight may be so big that it's a fight that he is going to actually probably say yes to.
I mean, he has to feel comfortable he can win again. It's not like he got a lucky in a one-punch knockout. He won that fight.
Yeah, he won the fight, so I mean, I don't see him being. There's no reason for him to be scared.
Right.
And I think that that might be the fight that he'll take out of all the offers that's out there, because now he's at 68. He don't want to go backwards and go down in weight classes and things like that.
Roy Jones Jr. even floated the idea of Crawford retiring after this monumental win. Beating Canelo, moving up in weight, and becoming undisputed in a third division is something few could ever top. Jones hinted that going out now would lock in Crawford's legacy at its peak.
A very smart fight. Took the fight in the middle, let Canelo get off his steam early, came in the later rounds and just outboxed him for a very smart fight. Then stand in the middle for him, made him use the ring like Canelo doesn't like to do. He took the Alexander Lowry blueprint and used it very well. How surprised were you with Crawford's performance? Was you surprised? Not surprised at all. Not surprised at all. If you look at Alexander Lowry, you notice Bud never turned right-handed the whole fight, because you knew Alexander Lowry gave him most trouble because you used the ring on him as a southpaw. How special is Terence Crawford as a fighter? First person to be three-way undisputed. Terence is very special. He definitely goes in the top 10, maybe even the top 5 of the best pound for pound ever. Do you think, is there anything more for him now, would you say? Nothing else left for him. That was it. He can call it a day now if he wants to.
So here's the question for you. Who was greater in their prime, Floyd Mayweather or Terence Crawford? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this debate is just getting started.